Hello designers, this is Mr. Granlund here, back for the second installation of the package design. This time I'm going to focus on placing the required text into your design. And it's really easy. Once again, you're going to want to have both documents open. So you're going to have your Pixlr file open on the right and your package design brief on the left. And we're going to start bringing in the text kind of one section at a time. So, the product title, Frosted Cherry Pomegranate, that needs to be on there. So I'm going to highlight that, Control C for copy, and then inside of Pixlr, I'm going to click on the T for text, and we're going to click on the image somewhere, and it's going to ask, do you want to add text? And I'll click add, and now I'm going to do Control V. Now don't worry about this text here, that's just filler text. You just cover it right up. Now I don't want it to be this pinkish color, so I'm going to highlight it and change it to be a different color. So I'm going to go with a really dark red, not black necessarily, because I want it to relate to my other colors. You have your own design opinions about this, and I'm going to definitely want Frosted Cherry Pomegranate on the front of the box, so I'm going to try and edit this. So I need to make it smaller, so I'm going to double click on this, and it allows me to edit the text. I'm going to hit an enter in the middle there so that it goes onto 2 lines. That's looking nice. I'm going to set it right there for now, and I'm going to work my way down the line. So, best if used by March 2021. Going to copy that. Click on the text. Double click, add. This text I'm actually going to add on the bottom. It's not a very important text. And I'm going to double click that. We're going to make it smaller. So I'm going to click the size here. Instead of 50, we're going to make it 25. And then the directions. So the heating directions, I'm going to copy that whole section, do Control C, go over to here, and I'm going to stick it on this white side of the box here. Click on the text tool, add, Control Paste. Now that text looks a little too big, so I'm going to go over to the size here, and I'm going to change that to maybe 15. And I'm going to adjust the size of this text so it fits on the side there, just like that. That looks pretty good. I'm going to come down to the ingredients, same thing, highlight it on there, Control C. The ingredients always goes on the same page as the same area as the nutrition facts, so I'm going to paste it there. This can be even smaller than 15. Pop that up there. Might have to adjust things later, but I'll do that after I pasted all my text. And now there's a story copy here, and this is a little story about the founders. You'll usually see this, that's called flavor text, where they talk about the product, about the company behind the product. I might stick that on the back, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I know it's definitely going to be smaller than 50. I think that's going to go on the back there. Well, maybe, we'll see. And then an explanation of what fair trade is. It's not super important, but it needs to get on there. And that can be pretty small too, so I'm going to make that 15. And then, oh man, I gotta put the naturespath.com. You always have to put a web page somewhere. Where can I stick this? And this is where real graphic design happens. When you have too many things that you need to put into the same space. And this is an issue that graphic designers deal with all the time. And so this is the reason why I've given you so many different things to put onto this design here. And we're going to change the size of that. We're going to make that real small, and we'll probably use that color here. I'm thinking if we put that down by the little icons, that'll work. Alright, and I think I have all the text. Yep, I have copied all the text and pasted it on here. Now I can kind of just put that document away and just focus on arranging the elements on here so it looks really nice. Now one of the things I notice as I'm trying to move things around is I keep grabbing this top piece here, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to lock this down, so I'm going to right click on it, and it says locked, unlocked, visible, or hidden. I'm going to say locked. And so now when I click and drag stuff, it doesn't drag my lines around and screw that up. I can just kind of focus on all the little elements in here. I have this big blank space here. I don't like that. I got a blank space there. I'm going to duplicate some things. So if you click on something, right click and duplicate layer, and then Control V. We're going to lock that again. Okay. And I click on this Nature's Path Organic, duplicate layer. I don't keep duplicating that. I'm going to try duplicating it from here. So on your layer side, I can rename things. So I can call this Logo Nature Path. And then it's easier to figure out which one I'm clicking on. And then I can right click and duplicate layer. I can move that over there, so maybe I'll put that up on the top lid there. That looks kind of nice. It'd be really nice if I had some sort of picture here, and maybe I'll just find my own picture of like a farmland. And so now, after I have all the text on here, and the cooking directions, pictures, and everything, now it's all about trying to make it clear and usable and readable to make this a nice looking design. I'll definitely want to do something with my text, my frosted cherry pomegranate text here, to make sure that that's highlighted. Maybe I'll take color and paint it over something, so there's kind of like a little blank space behind it. Maybe I could add some filter effects to this, add some more pictures. So this little story here, it's all about them being on their family farm. I could possibly find a family farm picture and just stick it in there. That looks nice. I don't need that much of a picture. Sorry, little girl, you're gonna get cut off from this picture. And then I'm going to, oh, there's some more I gotta chop off. And now I'm gonna move this underneath the cherries and the pomegranates there. So we're gonna just bring this down underneath some of the other pictures here. Then I'm going to continue to arrange all the elements on here so that things are looking nicer and organized. I'll cut off things that I don't want to do. To get rid of a lot of the white areas, I like to use the wand select buttons and then just hit delete. So like for all these little white spots, I'll delete those out. All right, but we're 80 to 90% done here, just like this. The rest of this requires looking at it with a lot of detail and organizing things so that the most important things are the easiest to read, and that like if you pick up this box in a store, you know exactly what's in it, and you want to eat it. And it looks delicious, and the things are kind of organized in a way that it makes sense when you look at the box. Okay, but make sure you include all of this information on your package, all of the text and pictures for this project. Definitely these logos here, just one kind of note about the way it's looking right now. This picture should definitely be underneath like these cherries and pomegranate picture. Absolutely, yeah. It should definitely be like that, and that might have to get put on its side like that or something. There needs to be some sort of way to highlight this text more, and these logos down here have to become smaller and put onto the front of the box for sure, because I'm sure that they had to pay a premium to get these certifications, and they definitely want those on the front of the box there. For these social logos, you just need 3 of them. That'll be just fine. And yeah, this is mostly done.